So hi there, everybody. Good morning. It's Saturday, and it's a nice morning for baseball. Playing and finishing out May 11th, 2016 here in the Tenacious Baseball League version 2.0. First off, I'm going to warn everybody this game could get a little out of hand. We'll see how it goes. It will be a case study in a bad card, specifically a bad pitcher's card. So the Padres will face, like I said, the Marlins. The Marlins have Tom Kohler. He is currently... where are you, Tom? There you are. 1-0, but he has a 4.76 ERA. Not too bad. So, I mean, he's... just a little above his pace. Now, for the Padres, they have an issue, which is they have Drew Pomeranz on a long-term injury, and their fifth starter was kind of a little bit up in the air. Actually, what happened for them? So they have a bunch of guys in their season that only get maybe a couple starts or 3 starts or things like that. Well, this guy who will pitch for them today, he only started 1 game. It was the very first game of the season. I don't know if I got the dang thing. Got a couple of little fruit flies buzzing around here, annoying me. Tyson Ross started opening day for the Padres. I believe he gave up 8 runs, 9 runs, and 8 of them earned in a 15-0 loss to... I don't know. The Dodgers. So, this could get out of hand. That was his only start, his only appearance. Pitched 5 1/3 innings, but got shelled. So, we'll see how this goes, but this could be a case study in what happens when you take a relatively mundane pitcher and put him up against Marlins lineup with some pop, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to warn you ahead of time, this could get out of hand, could get a little bit long, because if he has to come out early, it might get to be a little bit of a you-know-what show. All right, so Ross, the starter, if you want to see his card up close, you can take a look. Those 6s, 7s, and 8s are pretty ugly. It looks like the Dodgers really did a number on him in that game. Let's see. In that game, the Dodgers 17 hits total. And let's see his pitching line. Okay, so 8 runs, Ross gave up, 7 of them earned for an 11.81 ERA. Gave up 9 hits. How many home runs was he responding? He didn't give up any home runs, just a bunch of doubles. So, okay. For the Marlins, no rest needs for this game. Just a second as I close my door here. There. So it'll be Derek Dietrich. D. Gordon is fully into his suspension for PEDs. So Derek Dietrich will start at second. JT Realmuto catching. Christian Yelich in left. Giancarlo Stanton in right. Bohr at first. Marcell Ozuna in center. Hechavarria short. Martin Prado third base. Tom Kohler pitching. Ross on the mound for the Padres. I had shown you a list of probables. I forgot that Friedrich, I shouldn't have used him. He does have a start. I shouldn't have used him for a little while longer. So, Series 5, he can come in to the rotation. But, and Robbie Erlin used up enough innings that I'm a little hesitant to use him as a starter, even though he got 2 starts. So Cesar Vargas will also get a start here in a couple of games in this, as they're trying to make do with Pomeranz out. What else? Anything else? No, I think we'll get going. Oh yeah, I guess I should refresh my screen here. All right, well, here we go. Derek Dietrich against Ross. Ross is a righty. And Dietrich is going to work a walk. Ross gets a little wild here. Puts him on. And not a big... Hi, Manuel. Not a good stolen base threat there. Here's Real Muto. I think I wanted to mention that the series is tied 1-1, and the Marlins dropped the last game, and that's why I had Real Muto up top, and I decided to move him to second and put Dietrich up there. 5-10 against a right-hander. So that'll be a catcher X. Where are my charts? Here they are. So the catcher is Derek Norris. He is a 2E3, 2 and an 18, a G2, get the lead runner, and then a 13 with the E3, and he'll make the play. God, I have a fly in here. Darn it. So it's going to be 2-4, fielder's choice. Christian Yelich now with Real Muto at first. Yeah, early today, that's right. Real Muto will try to get a lead here. Ross -1, hold Norris a +1, so they cancel out. It's a 7. He needed a 4 or a 5 to get the good lead. So it would be 1-2, because they're holding him on. It would be 1-9 to steal. He's not going to take that chance at the moment. Yelich, 1-7. That's a ground ball to second base. The runner will get to second, as the only play for Jamal Weeks is to first base. And it's going to bring up Giancarlo Stanton. 2 outs. Runner at second, and a 6-6 against a righty is a walk. First and second, 2 outs. Brings up Justin Bour. Oh, crud. Bour hitting .333, 7 for 21. See if he can come through here against Ross and drive one of these runs home. And it's a 2-6. 2-6, that one is long. And that one is gone. Justin Bour takes Ross yard, and Ross did not give up a home run in real life, but he gives up a 3-run shot here, and already he is in misery. Marlins take a 3-0 lead before Kohler even touches the ball. Brings up Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna hitting 103. He's got a ways to come here before he gets up to his mark. 210, and it's a ground ball to second, and he's going to continue his slump. 3 runs, no hits. The 2 walks, killer, as the home run really puts an accent mark on that. So, Padres have some work to do already. And they have John Jay and Brett Wallace, who started last game. So 2 left-handed bats against the righty Kohler were in need of rest. So it's going to be Melvin Upton Jr., center field. Jamal Weeks at second. Matt Kemp in right. Will Myers, first base. And here comes that dang fly. Derek Norris catching. Jabari Blash in left. Adam Rosales, third base. Alexei Ramirez shortstop, and Tyson Ross pitching. He may never get to the plate. Upton Jr. against a righty, 5-5. Fly ball to center field. That'll be 1 out. This fly needs to die. Jamile Weeks, 2-5. And Weeks is hit by a pitch. One of the few ways he gets on base off of his card. So that brings up Matt Kemp. Kohler +1. Realmuto -2. So that's a -1 total. Weeks will try to get a jump here. Can't get it. So Kemp with the runner at first. Oh, goodness gracious. That thing had to go 5-5. Go all the way halfway to hell. Against right. Fly ball to center field again. That's the 2nd out. Blame it on that stupid fly. Will Myers. 2 outs. Myers is a slump of his own. 167 so far in the short season here. 6-10 against a righty. That's a ground ball to short. And he will take the short route to Dietrich, and the inning will be over. No runs, no hits. And so Hechavarria will lead off for the Marlins. Top of the 2nd. 3-0 for Hechavarria. He is hitting .310. He does have a home run, 6 RBIs. And he is going to get another hit off of Ross here. Ross has gotten some rough rolls on the hitter's card. 1-13 double. It'll be a single. Martin Prado, 242 average. He's got a couple runs batted in. And a 4-7 against a righty. And that's a walk. And Kohler will come up, and a D bunter. And they're going to play the infield in, so it's going to. He will try to move the runners over, although he is an E bunter. E9. So it's 1-2. And he'll take another crack at it here with this card. Although, you know what? He's going to go ahead and swing away this time. If he can get one off of Ross's card, maybe he can get. Nah, you know what? We're going to be realistic. He's going to bunt again. That's a 7. And that's going to be strike 3. So. Oh, there was a 2 on the D20. Never mind. We're going to end up re-rolling probably. And it's because it's a passed ball check, and it's Norris who is a 1-3. It's a 4, so no passed ball, but we get to re-roll off Kohler. And it's an 8, so it's still a 1-2. It's still a strikeout. So that brings up Dietrich with 1 away. Runner's still at first and second. And another walk, right? 4-7. No, that is against a lefty. That is a single. It's going to bring home another run. Single 2-star. 4-7. First and third, 1 out. JT Realmuto. Another 4-7. This time against a righty. That's a walk. Brings up Christian Yelich. Boy, they sure could use a double play. They're going to play with the infield in here. It's a 5-5 against a lefty. And that's going to be a double cracked into left field. In comes Prado. In comes Dietrich. And Realmuto, they will, so Blash a -1 arm, Realmuto 14, not being held on makes him 15. And then subtract 1 for Blash's arm. 1 to 14, he's going to try to get home here. They're going to throw, and he's going to make it. Yelich was sleeping. He stays at second. So it is now 7-0. What was your question there, Manny? Hit and run. Batter misses pitch. Go to the second number in parentheses. Yes, you absolutely should see if the runner had a good lead. Yes. You should see if he caught a good lead when he tried to steal. And the Padres are going to have to get their bullpen going already. Quackenbush is the only guy that's unavailable. Let's see, where's Perdomo? Yeah, Perdomo is going to get up and working here. He may come in, and probably should have just started with him, but so it'll be Giancarlo Stanton with a runner at second and 1 out. 6-6, can't get off of Ross's card at the moment, and a righty, that's a walk. 2 walks for Stanton. Of course, the hitter's card hasn't been a whole lot better for him. He could use an out right now. First and second, 1 away. 5-9. Is that going to, against the lefty, is that going to get the job done? No, because he's given up 7-2. That means he doesn't have his stuff, and that K with the @ symbol, that is a strikeout with a dot, which means that is a single 2-star, and I think that's going to be it for that's going to have to be it for Mr. Ross here. He gave up 8 runs in real life. He gives up 8 runs here, and we're now into long relief time here for Luis Perdomo. Ross doesn't even get in at bat. Now the funny thing is, he pitched 5.1. If you divide that by 3, it's actually pretty darn close to how much he pitched here. Now, it shouldn't be that way. It should have been he was able to go. But I mean, such a small sample size, you really can't judge anything off of that. So Perdomo, a 612. That would be really disastrous now if he somehow gets that 612 roll. So let's cross our fingers we don't have any of those today. So Perdomo, runners at first and third with 1 out. They're going to play the infield in. It is 8-0. And here's Justin Bour already with a home run. And a 1 on the D20 means potential wild pitch for Perdomo, 1 to 14. And it's a 19, so no wild pitch. And Perdomo got a break because 6-7 would have been loading the bases. 3-9. And he gets a strikeout. That's the second out of the inning. And wait, that's not Bour. 3-9. Still a strikeout for Ozuna. I mean. There's Osuna and Ozuna. And here's Hechavarria with 2 outs. Again, runners at first and third. They're going to play back. Shore up the holes. 4-6 against a righty. And another strikeout for Perdomo. And it's amazing when you change a pitcher how it seems to just find the selections that he needs. 5 runs. It's 8-0. Basically already a blowout. So anybody who's hanging around here is obviously a glutton for punishment. Derek Norris, 1-3. Well, ballpark home run. He's got normal power. He's a righty, 1 to 10 here. That's average conditions. 5 for lefties, 10 for righties in the home run. 6 is on the singles. and it's a 13, it will be a fly ball that will be caught at the track by Yelich for 1 out. Jabari Blash. And against a righty 5-5. We've had 3 5-5 rolls here for the Padres, which off against Kohler is not a good roll because it's a fly ball to center that goes to die. And there's another 5. How does this happen? I'm going to ban 5-5s, but I swear I'm shaking them, so I guess I need to change my rhythm a little bit. All right. Hello, Steve. It is 8-0 Marlins against the Padres. Now, I preface this in the early going because the Padres had sort of a starter issue, and the only starter that really made sense using at this point was Tyson Ross, who gave up 8 runs in his only start, which was the very first. It was opening day against the Dodgers. And here he gives up 8 runs in 1 1/3. So, but now Perdomo's on to face Prado here in the top of the 3rd. And a 1-7 walk. Bring up Kohler. Again, a D bunter. We're going to play the infield in to try and make him, it's going to make him an E. And a 2 on the D20. And a 6 means we check for passed ball. Norris is 1-3. 17, so we re-roll for Kohler in the bunt. And it's an 11. So I think that's going to be a problem. Now that's a pop-up. So he'll pop up to, actually we'll say to the first baseman. Since it's a 3 on the white die. All right, so Derek Dietrich, 1 for 1. He has an RBI on the day on that single. And so here we go with a runner at first base. Prado, does he have a chance to steal? With an 8-run lead, nobody's looking to take bases here. Another 5-5. How about that? Fly ball to left. Gonna be caught. Dicer. Stacked here, something real Muto. 5-6 against a righty. Strikes him out. All right. So Perdomo has kind of settled the waters here a little bit as Tyson Ross makes a meal of it here. We'll put P2. Forgot to mark that down. Perdomo, does he have his own hitting card here? He does. So, he is going to hit for himself. It's kind of early to be switching pitchers here, so he might go 4 innings. And he will hit for himself in the 9-hole. Okay, so Ramirez. 3-8. Ground ball to shortstop. 1 out. Luis Perdomo. .110. Strikes him out. And with 2 outs, Melvin Upton Jr. The first of the 5-5 rolls, if I recall correctly. 2-6. And that is a fly ball to left field. That will end the inning. 1-2-3 again for Kohler. Looking good so far. Just the hit by pitch in the opening frame. 4th inning, top of the 4th. It's a 8-0 Marlins lead over the Padres. It's Christian Yelich, and that's gonna be a ground ball to first. And Will Myers will make the play himself. Giancarlo Stanton against a righty 5-4. Fly ball to center field. Upton Jr., a 2-E4 out there in center. That's our first one off of the outfield slash first or infielder check marks, and that will be caught, I believe. What is it, E4 and 13? Yep, caught by Upton Jr. 2 outs. Justin Bohr. Against a lefty, a 4-8, and that'll be a 2-out single. Bohr won't be active on the base paths. Here is Ozuna. He is struck out and grounded out. That's a 4-8 against a righty, and another single. That brings up a Denny Hechavarria. First and third, 2 outs. And the pitch. 4-9, 2 on the D20. So we check again. The passed ball rating for Norris is 1 to 3 to 16. So we will re-roll D6s. It'll be a 6-8 against a right-hander, and a 6-8 is going to get down. 1 to 5 triple. It'll be a double for Hechavarria. 2 for 3 now, and 2 runs will likely score out of this. Ozuna, a 13. 2 outs, gets a head start. So plus he wouldn't be held on. Actually, yeah, we'll say he wouldn't be held on. 16. Center fielder Upton Jr. -1 makes him 1 to 15. Hechavarria is going to stay at second regardless. Here's the throw. 1 to 15. He is safe. And it's 19. He is thrown out at the plate. It's going to be 8-6-2. Ends the inning on the 19 roll. And so, damage limited to 1 run. 9-0. And Kohler back out there. Had a pretty easy run of it so far. Jemile Weeks, he was didn't have an easy go of it. He got dinged in his first appearance, and that'll be a line out, hard right at Hechavarria for the first out. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Matt Kemp. And that's going to be a ballpark single, 1 to 6. It's a 7. Line out to Hechavarria again. 2 outs. Will Myers. It's a 3-11. Ground ball to third. And Prado in time for the out. We're through 4 here. 9-0 Marlins. Perdomo in his going into his 3rd inning of work total. Really his 4th, because this was his 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So actually he gave up 3 hits here in his, and he would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after his 7th out, or after his 6th out, he's given up 3 hits. So in theory, he is tired. So we're up to keep an eye on that. Prado leading off. They're going to leave him in here. 3-7, ground ball to second base. 1 out. The pitcher, no way he's coming out at the moment. Against a righty, a 4-7, and he gets a single. Everybody's hitting for the Marlins today. Derek Dietrich, the lefty, 2-5, strikes out. So with 2 outs and Kohler at first, it'll bring up JT Realmuto. He is 0 for 2. He scored 2 runs, though. A fielder's choice and a walk both allowed him to get in. And a 4-8 is going to score another run, I believe. No, it's not going to score a run, but it's going to make 1st and 3rd. And it's going to bring up Yelich. They're going to try to get Perdomo through this inning. 1 on the D20. We check the wild pitch. 1-14. Run could come home on a wild pitch, and it does. Kohler, not the speediest of guys, but he makes it happen. It's now 10-0. And a 2-6, and he draws a walk. First and second, bringing up Giancarlo Stanton. Perdomo going to pay here eventually. 5-9 against a righty. Ground ball to short. Alexei Ramirez is a 4. E22. San Diego's hoping for a high number here on the D20. And it's a 2. How about that? Single 2-star. Run from second will come home. And that is a 16 with the E22. No error. But another single. Run scores. RBI for Stanton. 11-0. And again, first and third, 2 outs. They just need an out. Justin Bohr has already home run. Has already, dingered. He's 3 for 3. And a 6-7 against a lefty is a single 2-star. The dot. You got to be kidding me. San Diego is going to have to get Carlos Villanueva up, I think. Yeah. They're going to try to get Perdomo through this inning, but this is it here. This is his last batter. If they can't get Osuna out, then he's done. Again, first and third. Just need a simple out. 1-6. Potential home run here. 1-7. How about a 15? Well, 16 will work. Fly ball to left. Inning over. I did not want to have to take Perdomo out at this point. Or at that point. I wanted to be able to get him through the inning. Alright. You got 3 runs across. 12-0. Bottom of the 5th. I thought I was going to get through the 5th by the time the half-hour mark hit my video, and that didn't come true. So Villanueva will be the pitcher in the next inning, and they may look to double switch here if need be. Derek Norris, 5-12 against a righty. Ground ball to second. Derek Dietrich, a 4 E10. Could this be trouble for him? 4 and a 7. And he just barely gets to it. And then the E10, 12, makes the play. 1 out. Big out there. Looked like it was going to be trouble. And it was trouble for Dietrich, but he was able to turn it into an out. Here's Blash, 0 for 1. 3-9, and he strikes out. For the second out, Adam Rosales. 1-7, and he draws a walk out of it. Brings up Alexei Ramirez. Rosales. He's going to try to get a lead. Got nothing better to do. His team's getting shellacked. Doesn't get the good lead. So Alexei Ramirez with 2 outs. Against a righty is 6-2, is a ground ball to first. This could be trouble. This could be trouble. Bohr is a 5E7. But it's a 5 and a 19. He will get to that. And he's going to throw underhanded to Kohler, and he makes the play. And Marlins are inspired here in this game so far. 12-0. And we're going to have to go to... we're going to have to make a double switch here. So we'll put P3 there. That's going to be Carlos Villanueva. Perdomo went 1, 2, 3 2/3. All right, and then Alexi Amarista will be shortstop. 6th inning. 13, and he is a 3E21, so an upgrade over Alexei Ramirez. And we will have to get the pitcher's hitting card out for, since we had Perdomo's in there. Put that at the bottom of the deck over there. We'll put Ramirez on the top of the deck and try to get everything sitting right. Okay. And Amarista will lead off the bottom of the 6th. Okay. Be nice to get this game in under an hour. We'll see if we can make that happen. Hechavarria against Villanueva leading off here. 2-10. And that's going to be a foul ball on the left side, which will be caught by Rosales for the first out. Martin Prado. And a 6-11, missed the injury roll just by a little bit. Ground ball back to Villanueva. He's a 4E0. And a 4 and a 4. I'm afraid that's going to be a hit. Yes, it will. Single for Prado. First hit of the game for him. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And everybody has a hit so far for the Marlins. Everybody is hitting. With a 12-0 lead, the Marlins will let Kohler swing away here. They're not going to play any kind of small ball, cheap bunting stuff. Against a righty, 6-6 strikeout. So with 2 outs, Derek Dietrich. And a 1-9, and that's a fly ball to center that will be caught by Upton Jr. And that will be it. No runs in the 6th. Only the 2nd scoreless inning for the Marlins. I don't think... Well, they did hit around in the 2nd. I didn't think they had hit around, but they did. So Kohler back out there. He's only faced, what, 2 over the minimum? So, you know what that potentially means, which you can take a look here and see, and take a look at the card and figure it out for yourself what that means at the moment. Alexei Amarista. One Alexei for the other. Amarista, the new shortstop. And a 1-7, and that's a single, and that was all the Padres needed to break up the no-hit bid, was to bring in a different player. And you know what? They are going to try and get, so Kohler, like I said, +1, basically a neutral pitcher and catcher hold. Amarista will try to move up. You know what? They're not even going to hold him on. They're going to let him have, they'll let him have the lead here. 1-19, makes him 1-17. Actually, it's just 1-19. He's going to take the bag. So nobody's holding him on at 2nd either. But Melvin Upton Jr. It's kind of score effects at this point. 4-9, fly ball to center. That'll be out number 1, Jamal Weeks. Against a left-handed hitter, 4-5. Draws a walk. Sets up the double play. first and second, 1 out. Matt Kemp. And the D20 is leaning, so let's give it another whack. Against a righty, 4-8, 1-18, a single would load the bases with a 1-star advancement. It's a 15, so it will be. And so the bases will be loaded. And Kohler here in the 6th is now tired. And with Will Myers coming up, they will let him try to get himself out of the end. You're playing back, they're going to look for the double play. They'll let... That's a 6-6 against a righty, and that's a walk. He's going to walk or run home. I forgot to move up Amariste. Base is still loaded. Derek Norris. The Marlins will get Jose Urena warming up. At this point in the season, he was a relief pitcher for them. And let's make sure he hasn't he hasn't made an appearance yet, so he is available. And so Derek Norris, bases loaded, 1 out. And that's leaning, so 2-4 and a 20. That's going to be a strikeout. So strikeout for Kohler, trying to get through the 6th inning here. Jabari Blash. That's a 4-6 against a righty. And another walk. Kohler is getting a little wild here. Walks in 2 runs. Makes it 12-2, and here comes Rosales now. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. And that's a 5-11 against a righty. Ballpark single chance. 1-6. And that's a 7. That will be a line out to the shortstop, Hechavarria. And Kohler does get through the inning there. Gives up 2 runs. And he is tired, and I think he will be done at this point. So Villanueva comes out for a 2nd inning of work. (12-2). Marlins in control. Kohler making a little bit interesting there. JT Realmuto against Villanueva. Against a righty, 5-5. Ground ball to short. Amarista is able to throw over for the out. Christian Yelich. And against a lefty, 5-2. Ballpark single, 1-6 again. You'll line out to Jamil Weeks. Pardon my poor pronunciation skills. Stanton. Against a righty, 4-7 and a single. 2-out single for Stanton. And Justin Bour, he's 4 for 4, home run, 3-run home run in the 1st inning. Really got them off on the right foot. And this is leaning, so we got to re-roll it here. 2-8 is going to be a pop out unless it's overruled, and it's not. That is a 2-8 pop out to 2nd. And the stretch is here. So everybody stretch out. Got 5 people in here for the drubbing that is going on. 12-2. Appreciate you guys hanging around, even though you've been pretty quiet. That's all cool. So they will give some depth guys a chance here. It's going to be Jose. Hi, Demos. Jose Perella will get an at-bat here. We'll say pinch hit. Might leave him in depending on how things work out here. He's a 14 runner. So Kohler. Yeah, they're gonna go. We got to do some work here for the Marlins real quick. And They're going to make a double switch. They're going to use Urena and Miguel Rojas. Let's see. Nah, they're gonna use a bench guy. They're gonna use Cole Gillespie. He's gonna play first base. And then we're gonna go P2 up here. It's gonna be Jose Urena. So Urena, he's a 6'12" guy. Okay, so Gillespie in for Bohr. Well, he's going to go into Kohler's spot, and then we'll just put Kohler right in where Bohr was, and not exactly a defensive replacement. Could have done that. So Urena will pitch. Facing pinch hitter for the pitcher spot, which was moved up to the 8 hole in the double switch. So it'll be Perella leading off here. It's a 1-7 ground ball to short for the first out. Hechavarria makes the play. So yeah, we don't need that at the moment. Alexei Amarista. He has a single. He got the only hit so far, 1-7, and another single. The same roll. How about that? So, again, they're not going to hold him on. They're going to let him get a lead, and it's going to be subtract 2. And so that'll be a 1-17 chance. He's going to try to take second. And it's leaning. It was going to 10, but let's re-roll it. Yep, there we go. Stolen base. Upton Jr. 112. And that's going to be a line out to end the inning, correct? You see Lomax with 2 on. So it's just the double play. With a Lomax with 2 on, you have a chance at a triple play. But that'll be DPL5, and it's going to be, he gets a little too, it's going to be 5-4, we'll say. Upton Jr. righty. That'll end the inning. So, going to the 8th, and forgot to get a guy up and working. It's going to be Brad Hand. Got to make that a little more legible for myself here. Hand is a 0 injury, so we will. He's going to go. Okay, they're going to make. We got to do a little bit more juggling here. So, Jay is going to come in, play center. So, so this is P4. We had P2, P3, P4. Neil Lomax, yeah, boy, that poor guy. He never realized he was he showed up so much in Stratomatic, probably. John Jay is going to play in center field and bat in the 2 hole. This is for the 8th inning. He is a, where is that card? 13 runner. 3 plus 2, E2. P4 is going to hit in Upton's spot, and Perella is going to stay in the game, play second base. And he is a 3E19. And so I think that has solved the issue. And you put John Jay in where Weeks was. Weeks is now out of the game. Upton Jr. is now out of the game. And we put the pitcher's hitting card right there, and that is solved. So there we go. That's when I think those are the times I feel most like a manager, is like trying to solve like double or triple switch issues. Marcell Ozuna against hand, 1-7 against a lefty. 1-9 would be a home run for Ozuna. And it's a 9, San Diego at Petco Park. I should be more prepared for these games probably, but I do not recall Petco's dimensions as far as the walls. And Ozuna, a right-hander, the lower end of the home run range is it goes to left field, so it's 4 feet tall, so definitely a home run opportunity. And the left fielder is Blash, who is a 4. So 1-15 a home run, 16-20 a fly out. Is it going to go? It is gone. Leadoff home run for Marcell Ozuna off of Brad Hand. 13-2. I forgot to mark that started his inning. So Hechavarria trying to get this game done in an hour, and it's getting pretty tough to do that. 4-9 against a righty. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to be Amarista 3E21. 3-6, and he'll make the play. Martin Prado. May have to see if there are any switches that need to be made for the Marlins. 2-8. Ground ball back. 2-8. Fly ball to center field. Second out. And Cole Gillespie in his first appearance up against Brad Hand here. And a 4-8 against a righty is a strikeout. So going to the bottom of the 8th, not a 0 there. There's a 1. They scored a run on Ozuna's home run. (13-2). And Urena comes out for a second inning of work. So John Jay leads off in the game in the double switch. Against a lefty, 4-11, ground ball to short. Quick out. Matt Kemp, 1 for 3. Against a righty, 6-8, strikes him out. 2 gone. And a 5-5 again. We've had a bunch of those this game. Ground ball to short. Hechavarria 1E16, and he makes the play. And I think we have an opportunity here to potentially give Urena a save. So it depends on whether or not he comes up to bat. Actually, it doesn't really depend on that. By the way, where did we put him in Bohr's spot? So if 5 come to the plate, he would have to hit, and he will hit. So Derek Dietrich, 3-8, and a single. So we may see Urena hit. Real Muto. Against a righty, 4-9. Shortstop X could be the double play ball. 3E21 for Amarista. They weren't holding Dietrich on. And a 19. We're going to call that a 6-4-3 double play. Just double check the 8 on the E. What did I say? E21. No error. That is a G1. So Real Muto grounds into that, trying to get this game over. Christian Yelich, kind of like a mercy killing here at this point. 4-5 strikes him out. So, barring some kind of miracle here, the Marlins should take this series 2-1 and run the record to 5-4. Urena will try to get a save. Let's see, who is their worst defender. Let's see, what do they have at second? Okay. They will. They're gonna put Rojas in ninth at second base. Better range, so we'll just leave that here. We aren't going to need it. That's the only real. First base they have a problem, but better chance of second base. X comes up. Derek Norris leading off against Urena. Bottom of the ninth. It's 13-3 and a 1-4, and it might be, or it's 13-2. It might be 13-3 now, with a potential home run. I don't know. I might have been looking off a Brad Hand, or I might have been looking off the. Can't remember. Doesn't matter. 1-7 is a home run. To 17, a double. So Blash could have pinch hit for him. 5-5 against a righty. Ground ball to short. That is Hechavarria 1E16, barring an error, which you got a chance here at one, potentially. Uh, 8 and 6 is 14 on the E16. Oh boy, look at that. 1E16 for Hechavarria. And that's a 14. E1. So, a little lapse in judgment there, and you get 2 on, nobody out. So Adam Rosales up. Obviously infield back here. And a 6-9 against a righty strikes him out. So basically a gift here. Let's see. Well, you know what? The Padres have. They have used up. Let's see, 1. No, they haven't used up. I was going to say they haven't used up their options. They're going to go with a pinch hitter here. Brett Wallace. Still first and third. 1 out. Brett Wallace at the plate. 2 on the D20 with the 6 means we check for passed ball. Real Muto 1 or 2 would be a passed ball. It's going to be a 15, so we re-roll everything. Brett Wallace again. 110. Fly ball to center field B. They're going to let. That's going to be a sac fly. They're going to let him score. No sense in allowing Blash to score on, or not score, but to move up. Alexei Amarista. 2 outs. Runner at first. Blash. Let's see if he gets a good lead out of it. No, he doesn't. No, it's a 1 on the D20, means a potential pickoff. That'd be the hell of a way to end the game. 1-6, he gets back. Otherwise, he's picked off and the game is over. Game over. That's the perfect way to end the game for the Padres at this point. That is your final. They do get a run in the 9th to make it 13-3. So the game that Tyson Ross started in real life during the 2016 season against the Dodgers, they lost 15-0. So in some ways, this is a bit of an improvement for them. But still, nonetheless, let's make sure 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And let's add them up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 1, 2, 3. Winning pitcher is Tom Kohler, who had a no-hitter going for a brief period of time. That wasn't that brief, but it's always brief when you don't get it. And, yeah, Jose Urena will get a save out of it. So, the 3-inning gift of a save, his manager decided to throw him a bone. Throw me a freaking bone, why don't you? And my kids are up, so good timing on this game being over. So, anyway, we just barely breached an hour mark, so the game might have been over at 60 minutes, but of course I got to talk for a second. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe to the channel. I know these videos can be a little on the long side, but baseball will not be shortened for anybody. Whatever that means. So, thanks a lot. Like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and if you could share with those who are like-minded individuals, that would be great. Not everybody is going to be a fan of Stratomatic, so you understand. But if you think you know somebody who likes tabletop baseball and maybe is unaware of this channel, if you could share it, that would be great. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Might have a game a little later. I've got to do some updating of my stats and whatnot. But thanks a lot. Strat on. Have a great Saturday if I don't see you later. And have a good one.